up with that target combo. Totsuki to the face! Both are ready to pull the trigger on their super art. Links it! Ooh, what a smart blow! Taking chunks out of each other here. Backs off! Player 2 can't do nothing stops this train. That corner is starting to look more fuel to the fire. Hook them up! Uh-oh, this could really tip the scales. Make smart adds a bit of OD spice there. Player 1 is critical art now. Shreds them with a critical art. Such a smart play to go for in this situation. Fighting back against the odds and giving them a chance to win this. Giving them food. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Drops them. Connects with medium kick. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? Combo with the target combo. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. A drive impact should end it all here. Knockdown. Each hit is so important. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? Burnout activates. Extra to see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Big counter. Sticks the combo. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Opts for the throw. Taking stock. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive. Knockdown. Neither fighter can rely on their drive anymore. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Combo with get. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Grabs them. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, smart play to stop the opponent there. Scrapping it out up close. Drive rush to keep it going. They return to center stage. Quick dashing. Saw that coming. Player 1 springs forward with the drive rush. A parry? Yajira busts out the parry. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. Oh, now that is a punish. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Clutch read on that impact. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. Watch the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Parries the attack. Okay, they trade hits. Jumps up. Throws them. What's next? Clean parry. Oh, they're lighting up the skies with Kagero no Mai. Player 1 holding on to experiencing burnout. Player 2 is, ooh, it's getting hot here. Good heads-up play going for that combo to do enough damage to finish the round. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances. They choose to run it back. Let's get right to it. Uses a drive parry against the attack. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. The damage is really piling up now. You can see how cornering your opponent is such an effective game plan. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Takes a trip. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. KO. It's up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Extra spicy Shoyu connects. Player 2 chases them down. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Going in. Shows the medium kick. Oh, burnout triggered. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. A drive impact could end it all here. It's a good spot to use a super. Going for the conclusive kill. They choose to run it back. Let's get right to it. Throws him down. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Both sides have full drive and plenty of health. Let's see how things open up. Gets the counter in. Takes a trip. From up above. Spends gauge to hit back with a reversal. Can't tech the throw? Picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Holds out with the block. Quick dashing. Gets carried to the corner. G-right kick for a mix-up. Goes with the safe stuff with that target combo. Player one has a hit them with a stop and bomb. A drive, a super art, triple Jim up the fight. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Quick dashing. Player two creates a good corner opportunity. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Escapes the throw, but still in the corner. The jump-in is denied. All right, what's coming up next? Player two, nice, win. Let's see if they can keep it up. A brave forward jump there to start. Hits them with a stop and pop. Good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. Vagabond and sends them flying. Player one will look to apply pressure here. G-right kick for a mix-up. Player one will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Was hungry for the grab. Player burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. They're both driveless. This is gonna get messy. Uses the gauge for a super art. What'll happen here? Player two can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Solid anti-air. One player isn't bomb critical. What's gonna happen? Oh my, not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Throws them to negate the block. Player two chases them down. Deals some damage with that quick combo. Cross up block. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Hurts first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Checks with a medium kick. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Who will gain control of the match in the early going? Medium kick hits. Quick dashing. A quick breather. Player two can't use any drive moves without burning out. Super on deck experiencing burnout. Hits them with a stop and bomb. Player two will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Medium kick. What'll happen here? Pumps the brakes on the impact. Knocks them out of the air. Super art on deck for Super art to show them what a PhD and fighters can do for you. Is this gonna kill? It doesn't kill. There's a all right, first round. What's going to happen? Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. Knockdown. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Gets the jump in. Player one is in burnout. Drives off the table. Well-timed corner switch. Player one doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. They've been pushed into the wall and the stun's there. Throws them. What's next? Knockdown. Player two holding on to that corner. Nice. Always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. They trade hits. And now? Checks with the sunshot. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Throws them forward and maintains the corner game. Going in, hits them with a stop and bomb. They've got the meter for a drive-in, experiencing burnout. Are we? Oh, burnout triggered. Doesn't miss a beat. Vanishing sees the overhead coming. The super doesn't hit. Will they go all in without drive? Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Oh my god, what's gonna happen? A lot of pressure building up. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Was looking for that jump attack. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Still slugging it out here. Takes a trip. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Heats it up with a combo. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? A drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match going to go? Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Solid combo. Player 1 may be just about done. KO! Player 2 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Still slugging it out at this range. Both fighters planning something. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. And the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Grabs him. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Jumps. Blocks the impact. A super art. Shippujinrai doing the business. The real fight starts now. Quick dash. This is cool. What's this? What's gonna happen? Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Quick step forward. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Come on now, let me hear you say it. G3U. Repa. Look at the damage. Burn out, but they make over in a full. Talk about a show. That match had it all. Drops them. That's a counter. Closes the gap. Overdrive cannon spike. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Player 2 chases them down. Takes a trip. The super... Oh! Sticks the combo. Nails the anti-air. Player 1 is almost dead, but some... burnout activates. KO. Matches. They choose to run it back. Let's get right to it. Goes to the overdrive. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Still slugging it out here. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. Combo with the target combo. Takes a trip. A drive impact could end it all here. They're going for the super art. This Dragon Lash Flame could be big. Player 2 just put themselves on equal footing with that super. Nobody blinked. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes for the jump in to start the round. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Close them. What's next? Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Genius read. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Flushes that off and keeps going. Player 1 in dive. It's a good spot to use the super. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. You've got to be mindful of reaching jump-ins at this range. Player 1 corrects them. That was a huge in there. Fireworks. Hits the drive. Who's going to feel this win? A trade, but they're not worried. Which fighter will control the pace of the match early on? Player 2 with a lead. Will they go for offense or defense? They're back into the court. Oh, burnout! Did they mean to do that? Ooh, what a smart throw! Player one is looking at a grim situation with burnout. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Play the low block. Super hard to show them what a PhD in fighters can do for you. Makes it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it. Player one may be able to pull a fast one, especially with an overhead attack. Weaves in the...
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Starts with a jump in. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Goes for the throw. What's the play here? Lots of aggression from both sides. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Player one is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Limited resources at hand right now. Heading into the endgame, takes a big gamble and whips out a raw super. Taking stock. Connects with medium kick. The fighter's got to go all in from this point. Goes solid anti-air. Throws him. Target mom turning it right up with a super. They're gonna teach you a lesson here. You play with fire and you're gonna get burned. Up to spend the meter on the super. Player one with the rhythm owning that space. Yajinrai overhead, but it won't work. Player two can't win this without both hits the drive. There's the soup with the Larry. What? Picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Closes the gap. Grabs and throws them away. Player one chases them down. Extra spicy Shoryu connects. Will we see a drive hit? Target locked and scoop. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Yo, put that away. A quick breather. Looking for a chance. Scuffle. Here comes in there. On the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Checking their reactions with a fireball. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. The throw missed. Uses the target combo as a filler. Player one needs to use the threat of the corner here. Can they stop this life lead from getting bigger? Player one holding on to that corner advantage. Closes the gap. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Looking to plant him with a pile driver. Nope, sees the overhead coming. Looking for a chance. Hugs nothing but air. Jinrai kick overhead. KO. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. This can lead to some big damage. There's the soup with the lariat. Somehow manages to block the jump in. Fights back and eats it. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Big time whip. Okay, here we go. Player two is throws them forward and maintains the corner game. Player two is in a very good spot now. Scuffle. Both sides getting ready. With super art and raw super art incoming. Player one is dangerous. There's a burnout. Jinrai putting it all on, buddy. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Jumps, barely blocks the jump in. Medium kick hits. Strings it all together. Player one has them legit shook in the corner. Trips them up. Lots of aggression from both sides. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. This is a real back and forth match we're seeing. They definitely know what the other down to the wire. Takes the chance to hurt him. Decides to buff up while they can. Saihasho to start something? Will we see a drive impact? Okay, creating some space, experiencing burnout. Player one is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they stick it out? In there! Talk about a David and Goliath situation. Yoshinrai jumps up, grabs and throws him away. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Big opening ready to be taken advantage of after that parry. This is a real back and forth match we're seeing. They definitely know what the other is. Hold your breath. Player two doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Nana adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. They just went for it with that super. This may be the start of their counter-offensive. Stings them with the Shikusen. Player two has depleted their drive gauge, but they are still within range to win this round. Scrapping it out up close. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Yoshinrai, this is it. Who's gonna take it all? Shoryu, getting up close and personal. Bust out the parry. Those fighters need to get some meter. Jumps. Barely blocks the jump in. Nothing stops this train. That corner is starting to look scary. Here comes the corner pressure. Looking to follow up after that target combo. What's next? A projectile to say, get off him. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Good parry. Shoryu. Oh, here we go. Player two. Burn out, but they may have a plan here. Player one can't use any drive here. Gotta stay up. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Took him to the corner in a flash. Forward throw, not letting them out of the corner. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive use. KO. Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Doesn't miss a beat. The throw missed. What'll happen here? Risky up-close scrap still going. A quick breather. Player two needs to use the threat of the corner here. This may be it. Will we see a drive him? Uses the gauge for a super arc. Yo, are they actually dead? They're not dead. This fight's not over. Noticeable life lead is a yo, critical art now. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. Nothing even comes close to this one. Are these two gonna fight forever? Jinrai kick for a mix-up. Player two will look to apply pressure here. Holds out with a block. Hold your breath. The move whiffs and they get nailed with a punish counter. Knockdown. Can't tech the throw? There's a corner switch. All right, what's coming up next? Neither of them saw that jump in coming from a mile away and parries it perfectly. Taking stock. Player two chases them down. KO. Someone's good. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Cross up. Sticks the combo. Player one chases them down. Blocks the jump in. Finds the time to squeeze in a buff. Knockdown. Player one is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. All right, what's coming up next? In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Their joust ends with a projectile. The tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. The attack is parried. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? G-right kick for a mix-up. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Closes the gap. Player 2 needs to use the blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Experiencing burnout. What'll happen here? Risky up-close scrap still going. Quick dash in. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? Both fighters threads it cleanly.